I'm telling ya, this move hurts my wallet as much as how lethal being shanked by an anti-ship sword was in Gundam Seed Destiny. It's just a flesh wound. None shall pass this army of Black Knights. What is going on, guys? MJ2005 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Black Knight Squad Rud-ro-A from Gundam Seed Freedom, specifically Griffin Arbalest's Emerald unit. It's named after the Hindu god of roaring storms, and serves as the avatar of Shi-ve-A alongside its Sapphire, Garnet, and Spinel manifestations. Coming with a total of 8 runners, the beam mantle effect parts, and a moderate set of stickers, the Rud-ro-A doesn't really pack that much stuff for your 2700 yen. Naturally, the core structure and backpack should be familiar to those who have built the Shi-ve-A, as the B and C runners are completely reused, but that's as far as they go, as the rest of the exterior and armaments are unique to the Rud-ro-A, except to those who get 3 more of these things to paint into the full squad. Jokes aside, the new parts do feel fresh to assemble despite the common core structure, feeling easier to build than the Shi-ve-A at parts due to the simpler design. Meanwhile, the clever gate placement helps minimize the trouble with nut marks despite the dark colors, and the few stickers definitely helped as well. Overall, the Rud-ro-A is a build that can be handled and enjoyed by everyone. All put together, and I can't stress enough how this more basic unit looks more astounding out of the box than the Shi-ve-A. Sure, the primary reason being that they nailed the green tones, which I of course am happy with, but more objectively, the proportions are spot on and fierce, and the color separation is astounding, especially on the helmet. And that begs the question as to where the stickers are. Well, beside the carryover ones like the trims on the boosters and wings, there's the rear head sensor, grey on the thighs, toes, and heels, as well as the black inside of the heel. That's it. And like the Shi-ve-A, while its expression is normally blank, you can choose either the Terminator and Jester Eye combo or the Terminator Eye and Linear Sensor sticker, depending on your preferences. And despite it being a more visually bare bones unit, I also like the Rud-ro-A's heavier use of color trims and the slightly metallic brownish grey frame, helping in sprucing up the overall looks. And the only missing paint apps is the red trims inside the vents and thrusters. The dark color palette also minimized the need for panel lining, so in essence, the high-grade Black Knight Squad Rud-ro-A is ready for display right out of the box. Except for if you want to paint it into the other manifestations. Articulation wise, thanks to the smaller clavicles, the ball and hinge neck joint can allow the head to move more freely despite the larger helmet. The shoulders are on an omnidirectional pivot, and a ball joint. Though despite the new independent shoulder armor, the arm can still not raise up that much. There's a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, and ball jointed wrists. The torso joints provide great crunching range, while the waist ball joint provides further rolls and a full waist rotation. Front and side skirts can make way for the full front kicks and average sideward kicks. There's a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and hinged ball jointed feet with a moving toe. Finally, the backpack itself can spin around, the wings can flap and rotate, the boosters are also on a rotation, and the weapon storage arm can move on 3 swivels. From sharing the same frame and build, it is expected that the articulation of the Rud-ro-A is similar to that of the Shi-ve-A, though the simpler armor design definitely helped. But despite its relatively more stable solidity compared to the Shi-ve-A, the backpack is showing signs of loosening up towards the end of the review session, so do keep an eye out for that. Compared to the Shi-ve-A, the Rud-ro-A's loadout is relatively simplistic, as besides holding hands, it comes with the standard Gundam loadout. The high energy beam rifle with a sticker for the scope just slides into the hands for use. The anti-mobile suit heavy blade sandwiches into the hand for use after inserting the beam effect, and the shield plugs onto the arm for defense, with a ball joint for adjustment. The rifle and sword can also be stored on the back skirt and backpack arm respectively when not in use. Alternatively, you can store just the sword holster without the arm on the backpack if you wish. Finally, the beam mantle that sandwiches into the backpack wings is included as well, sharing the same characteristics and functionality as that of the Shi-ve-A. Leftovers come in the form of the chest barrels and booster wings of the Shi-ve-A, as well as an extra hardpoint plug. Not sure what you would do with these as their visual impact is absolutely minuscule, but they're here for your use, I guess. Initially, I wasn't that big a fan of the Black Knight Squad Rud-ro-A. It looks more simplistic than the Shi-ve-A, its loadout is generic, and let's just say they haven't left a good impression on me from the movie. However, the kit is mostly the complete opposite, as it is an impressive release. While it does meet the mark in terms of sculpting and gimmicks, as per the previous Sea Freedom releases, the fewer stickers allows more of the spotlight to be shown on its stellar engineering and visuals. Meanwhile, the relatively better solidity makes the kit quite fun to pose despite the articulation still remaining somewhat restricted in parts, and the backpack being prone to loosening up. Is it good enough to get duplicates and build out the full squad? Maybe, though that heavily depends on your own budget. As it is, I'm happy with the high-grade Black Knight Squad Rud-ro-A, as simplicity is sometimes better than extravagance. And that's all from me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye. ああ、そうですか。逃げるんですか。ここに戻きて運命を受けなさい、このクソチキン。足を噛みちぎってやる。キーラヤマト